Ability or perception? Here's a question. Why is higher forms of education important? Is it because of the knowledge and skills that you actually gain when attaining that higher form of education? Or is it because it tells the rest of the world that you were able to pass a higher form of education? In economics, this debate is between human capital or signaling. Human capital is merely the idea that schooling makes individuals more productive because of an increase in their ability. This, in turn, makes them more likely to get hired by firms, and since they are more productive, they also get higher wages. We have known for a very, very long time that education, higher forms of education, tend to result in higher wages. And as such, that has attributed to the astronomical rise of higher forms of educational attainments like the bachelor's or the master's or the doctorate. Signaling, on the other hand, believes that having a higher form of education tells employers about your pre-existing skills or abilities. Employers have imperfect information, and as such, they need a filter or a signal to tell them who is productive and who is not. And college is that signal. It signals to employers that they have innate skills and qualities that make them better than non-college graduates. And the reason why this is important is because if we know whether or not human capital is more important or signaling is more important, then we should change our behaviors accordingly. If human capital is more important, then we know we need to ensure that we try to learn as much as possible from school. However, if signaling is more important, we want to try to pass school no matter what. This, even if we gain less human capital. So, which one is more important? Well, unfortunately, we don't really know. We do know that both of them play some role in hiring. An example would be a paper done by Arteaga, where in the University of the Andes in Colombia, a 20% drop in the economic coursework required for an economics degree resulted in a 16% drop in the wages of those students in the subsequent years. This proves that human capital is important, because if it was just signaling, then wages would not have dropped at all. But we also know that signaling plays some role. For an example would be an individual with a bachelor's degree who managed to graduate has a significantly higher average income than an individual with some college, even if that individual was only one semester away from graduating. Their wage is significantly lower than a bachelor's degree earner. So, we don't really know. We know that both play a role, and we know that both are important, but we don't know how important just yet. Maybe, though, in the future, as the rise of masters and doctorates become more and more prevalent, maybe we'll see a split and a shift in what is seen as more important.